Hey guys, Thunder E here, and welcome to, of course, episode number 3 of Comic Crunch News. Of course, with me is Mr. Lou Rod, aka Boored. How's it going, man?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
Good. One thing I will mention, I forgot to actually talk to Boored is that we will try and refrain from using any curse words in this video at all, because YouTube now is taking out monetization because of their Bill of Rights, basically saying that it's not an advertiser friendly video. So I might use bloody or words like that.
All right.
Just in general.
Well,
Saying,
way to
YouTube's
YouTube
doing now.
censor.
Yeah. So starting off this week, first off to mention, we have a giveaway on the channel on OnBoored. Right now, we're giving away a couple of anime Blu-rays. So check out our mystery anime unboxing. I get a box or a couple of boxes of anime every month from Funimation. I have no idea what's inside. They don't tell me, so I open up with you guys. And we started, this is the second one, I believe, we've done. First one was on, of course, Board at Work. So we're doing here on OnBoored, so definitely check it out. And of course, enter into the contest. You can win an anime Blu-ray. So it's fun to win something. All right, let's kick things off this week. This week, first big news. Monday morning at around 9 a.m. in the morning, Ben Affleck decided to just, break the internet for all fanboys by posting a video of Deathstroke.
Yes.
Coming off like the Flying Fox, I think. And everybody just lost their stuff, man, completely. Well, what do you think about that video?
It was a straight video. It's like, okay, they're going to introduce him most likely in Justice League, set him up, and then move. I thought they were going to move him into Suicide Squad too, but it's more like he might move into the Batman solo film.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm intrigued. The question is, who will they get?
Bam! Right there. Yeah, that's the question, and that's Deathstroke right there. In this version of Deathstroke has 2 swords, or at least he has a sword, and machete. This thing keeps dimming down there, but you can see a sword and machete on his back. So he's got 2 swords to play with. I don't know who they will use as Deathstroke. I think Joe Manganiello is probably the closest bet. Watching Collider comic. I found the show again.
Heroes.
Collider Heroes. Yeah, thank you. I was going to say Collider Comic Crunch. Watching Collider Heroes, having him better there. I mean, you kind of put it down. He had a couple of good points stating that, number one, Joe's not expensive, and that's a really key thing. He's a good actor. He's not expensive. You can have him for a bunch of movies. And because it's Deathstroke, literally you can have him for Suicide Squad too. Too, by the way.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, I don't find him a good actor in a dancing movie. I'm sorry. That's just taking your shirt off and shaking it a few times.
No, we're talking about True Blood. He was there for how many seasons? That's where
I didn't watch that rubbish.
I didn't watch True Blood either, but from everything, everyone has said that he did a very, very good job there. So I'm going to take it I'm just going to take it as it's like Tarzan too. Tarzan was in True Blood, and I watched Tarzan, and I was like, yeah, this guy's a good actor. I didn't think he was going to be good because I never watched True Blood.
He was in True Blood too?
Yes, he was a vampire in True Blood. So I'm just saying that they were good actors on that show. It's just that it was one of those shows that we just didn't watch, and that's just how it is. I'll put it that way. It's something I didn't watch. I'm fine. It doesn't matter.
Mike Tech says he did.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, we'll see. We'll see how it is. But again, remember too is, maybe for a lot of actors, if you're gonna be Slade Wilson, if you're gonna wear that mask, sometimes wearing a mask helps, right? Now you can just think, yeah, I can do whatever I want, right? I can be this menacing bad guy, so to speak. So that might be the case. But I think sorry, go ahead.
I'm kind of with you as far as it will be him most likely, because he's a little bit taller than Affleck.
Yeah, he's 6'5".
Just a little, not a lot, and then his frame fits the character. and he's already kind of got natural gray hairs
and the
in his
dude's already
hair.
fit. That's just,
So
that is key for all Snyderverse. Whatever it says, this movie is going to continue that, like, making sure everybody's fit role of every single, like, you know, DC movie. He's already fit. So if you need him to be in Justice League like now, I mean, you don't need him to go work out. He's like, you can throw him on set. You just need to make sure, you know, the lines or whatever are on set for that.
see, I can see him being in Justice League as somebody who breaks out.
Lex.
Yeah, he was hired by Lex to break him out, and then Lex hires him in the solo Batman film.
No, I think it would be. I think it would either be Hush. The three people who usually hire Deathstroke: Hush, Black Mask, or the Joker himself. Again, because remember, this Joker is kind of like a crime lord, especially from what we saw him in Suicide Squad. So yeah, I mean, if he wants to mess around with the bat, he could definitely do that. And he knows that Deathstroke is, you know, on the same level as Batman.
Yeah, see, I see the solo film being at most 2 villains.
Oh yeah, it's going to be 2 villains. And if you notice, think about it like the Arkham games, right? The Arkham games, except the last one, every villain has literally been the Joker. There's a couple of other people here and there, and then you still find out it's the Joker. Is the Joker involved in somehow? So, and I think that's what Affleck might do with the Joker in this, to make him that person that you're like, oh yes, okay, it's finally the Joker in here, you know. So, but like I said, I'm definitely excited, just like you. And it was a good thing for DC movies, just in general. They've had you know, besides all the negative reviews per se, but they've had a good summer in terms of box office. Suicide Squad is going to end up at 700. BVS was 8 something. BVS Blu-ray is killing it in terms of Blu-ray and stuff. Same thing with
that Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, so I think that will go a long way. Moving over to some other news, we got this image of Spidey. Let's see if we can share that for you.
Lurking in the shadows.
Yeah, lurking in the shadows. Hold on one second, guys. I will share my screen so you can see Spidey there. Yep. Sorry, actually, that's not even a good share. I apologize. But that's basically Spidey in the shadows right there. This is shared by Tom Holland of the Spider-Man set. So
what I like about the news is Happy Hogan's coming back.
Oh yes, that's true. Happy is coming back. Here we go. Here's the image. It kind of reminds me of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, although I don't like this shot because it feels too dark instead of being a silhouette kind of thing. But I mean, I still get it.
It looks like a black and white photo.
Yeah, I know, but the black and white composition, I'm not a big fan of it. That's just me being foolish.
Well, just wait till it's seen on camera.
I know, I know. I think it's just somebody just shot it just to kind of tease the fans. I think that's what it was. But I agree with you. I definitely like. I mean, Happy is going to show up if you think about it. If Iron Man's in there and he, you know, you want to give that situation where you might have Happy a little bit more than Iron Man, not necessarily a bit more, but like in a sense where Iron Man doesn't have to be in every scene just because Spider-Man's there, right? You want to have Happy maybe sending him some stuff, you know, making his delivery or helping Aunt May, you know, that kind of thing where it's like, you know, Tony Stark is, you know, kind of messing around. It's like, hey, Aunt May needs some help, you know, take her grocery shopping or whatever the case may be, you know, something like that. I think that could be the case there. So that's also interesting news.
Yeah, but also rumor is Scarlett Johansson might make a cameo.
I can see that. I see that's not a bad idea considering the fact that I think now Marvel feels like they've kind of shortchanged the character they had a lot of momentum on, and they tried to build out Scarlet Witch, and that didn't work for female characters. And now you're left with Captain Marvel, right? Which hasn't even started yet. So you want to bring back Black Widow back in the limelight because it would be nice for you to have a Black Widow movie. To me, if you bring her back in, you should secretly start shooting a Black Widow Hawkeye movie with a few other people.
With Nick Fury.
With Nick Fury, whatever the case may be, to come out the same year as
Captain Marvel.
No.
Wonder Woman?
2018, which would be Infinity War. It's a different kind of movie. You know, one is big galactic, one is smaller, more espionage. You know what I mean? Like you have a nice, good contrast there where now that makes sense why she isn't showing up in Infinity War, because they can, if they show up to do anything in Infinity War, that's when I would literally say, I'm sorry, Marvel, I take your uselessness, use of words, and throw it out the window. Because seriously, they can't do anything in Infinity War. Who are they going to fight? Anyone? Can you name anyone they can fight? No.
Well, maybe they could fight some lower tier aliens.
Yeah.
Or maybe they won't be used to fight and more as sideline help sending certain things.
Yeah.
You know, Tony got all the tech.
Yeah, I mean, true, but we'll see. Let's go into the TV side of things. So we got new trailers for Supergirl. Nothing special there, just kind of rehashed from last season.
None of those trailers that they have shown has been any good.
No, none of them, because I mean, to me, it's kind of sad because they shouldn't actually show us any trailers to at least maybe September, because we know they're still shooting. They want to compile stuff. Like, just since you don't have anything, don't show it, right? Maybe fine. If you want to do a trailer, do just 30-second clips that are really short, that has promo, slight little new image, because you can throw in a slight little new image that's like, 3 seconds long, and then it's done. And then you wait till September, and then you give us your, come in at the end of September, Supergirl, or October, Supergirl, something like that. Yeah, so Supergirl's October. Flash is
Arrow
September.
started production on episode 506.
Yeah,
this week. So Supergirl at best should be a week or two behind.
Yeah, so
Arrow.
Episode 3, I would say, or 4, maybe.
And I mean, that episode that they're filming now is called The Beginning, but the beginning of what?
Yeah, so
Oliver training the new recruits.
Who knows, man? Who knows? Moving on to some other TV stuff. Greg Berlanti has confirmed that they are working on a Black Lightning TV show. Now, if you do not know Black Lightning, which is a very stereotypically bad name, if you will, let me show you an image. Black Lightning is a character I do like, but just the naming is just makes no sense at all whatsoever. There's my screen here. I'll share that for you. There we go. All right. So Black Lightning is a hero in the DC universe who can control lightning. Of course, he's black. Of course he's black, but his outfit is actually blue with a gold and a dark blue.
So he's DC's version of Storm without the rest of her powers?
No, not even that. He just controls electricity. Storm is like all weather. He literally is electricity.
Oh, so he's like Mr. Electro.
He is like Electro, except a good guy. And he can create electricity. Remember, Electro in the comics could control electricity, but not necessarily create. He can create electricity. His power levels are, I would say, medium. Sometimes they amp him up. But he's the mentor to Static Shock, who, as he grew older in the comics, was more powerful. And also, Static Shock is the more well-known lightning character in the DC universe. Most people know Static Shock, don't know him. So I know I mentioned this to Warren yesterday, and he was like, why not do Static Shock? I was like, well, this kind of goes with the Greg Berlanti path of doing heroes that nobody knows, because you don't have to follow certain tropes. The reason why they picked up Arrow first is because Arrow had no backstory for anyone to care about, other than that he's a playboy. That's the main thing. And he's really good shooting arrows. Like, that's pretty much it. And then they infused a lot of Batman into him, right? And then everybody's like, whoa, this is a great show, right? So with Flash literally has more of a backstory. They infused that, but they made him the old school Superman in this, in a sense. And people went, oh, this is great. So they've done that with their shows. And someone like Black Lightning, you can infuse that like Green Lantern element into it. Not necessarily Green Lantern themselves, but he shoots projectiles. He can also use electricity in different ways, not just shooting it, but lift things up like electromagnetic, that kind of stuff that you can simulate Green Lantern is. Plus, the closest, you can also induce some of that Jon Stewart like behavior type mannerisms into him, because his backstory is not well known by a lot of people, and people will still enjoy the character because you're giving them a character they kind of know in just another form.
I hope it does get greenlit, and I hope it's a CW show.
Yeah, it's Brett Berlanti. I think it will be a CW show. I mean,
CW needs to get rid of all these. I'm sorry, they don't need to make the Lost Boys. Vampires are dead.
Yeah.
Let the vampires die in peace. And a show like this doesn't need to be 22 episodes. Make it a 13-episode run.
Yeah, just make it like
fit
the 100. Put in that 100, time slot type thing. Throw it in there, and you're good. And to me, what they can do with this is you can bring Static Shock too, because if you start it there and it kind of goes on, the Static Shock becomes you really limit his powers. He can't fly. He can do certain things, and Static Shock is the one that really shows like the next evolution, because even in the comics they've always made it that way, where he's good. He has power levels, but then there's Static Shock. Like this younger kid is just much better than him. That's just how it is, and that's something you could definitely do.
I want it. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind the CW becoming the damn DC version of Justice League.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. And you have Static. Think about it, right? If you now have the Flash, so you have a speedster, you have technically a Green Lantern. That is just what he will be. Technically a Green Lantern. Technically a Batman with Arrow, and then of course you got your heavy hitter Superman, right? Technically Supergirl. So you now have Superman there too, which
I'm not feeling this Superman, dude. I have to agree with Mike Tech. He looks more like a villain.
Yeah, he does. He does not. I mean, hopefully, maybe they do something in post-production that changes it. I don't know. We'll see. The Runaway.
It's like that. Sorry, it's like that one thing we looked at. When you order online, but when you get it,
yeah, you always say basically the meme was you order online, it looked like Henry Cavill. When you get it at home, it looks like actually no, it was the whole Justice League. It was Superman, Flash,
and Deathstroke,
right? And so you see the movie outfits: Henry Cavill, Deathstroke, of course, the image we got from Ben Affleck, and a Flash outfit. And then when you get it at home, you get that Superman TV outfit, Flash, low saggy. I mean, Flash one is much better still. And then Deathstroke was all, hockey pads all over the place.
Oh, I love that one. I love that other meme. That one was funny.
Yeah.
Because you wear hockey pads.
So moving on to another quick news. The actor Jeremy Davis has been added to American Gods, which is coming up this season as Jesus. I'm going to show you an image of Jeremy Davis here, so you guys can take a look.
He wasn't Justified. If they want to, see his work, he was an actor in Justified season 2, I believe it was, and then he had a recurring role pretty much after that.
Yeah, so the synopsis here of what Jesus is resurrected on Ostra feast day. Jesus has always been generous in sharing the Easter holiday with the ancient gods, but the overly empathetic Son of God will be crushed to know that Ostra's harbors some deeply buried resentment over the issue. So American Gods it's a show based off on a graphic novel, I believe, that touches on the old gods versus the new gods. Old gods are, the ancient gods like Greek and Egyptian. New gods are, of course, lust, technology, TV, I forgot what the other ones are, money, greed, things like that, things that pertain to like society nowadays. And then Jesus is there in the middle. And the way it's described that the book doesn't really touch on God, because again, you bring God and Jesus, from, the Judeo-Christian faith, it just overpowers everything. And literally you should just smite everybody and everybody goes away. I mean, that's what it should be if you throw it in there. So they're making it more like Jesus is kind of like a bystander, I think, kind of like, I'm not going to interfere. I just kind of watch. And like you said, he's very eager to share, just more like promoting love and everybody else is doing their own thing type of thing. So we'll see how it flows in, but the show looks intriguing anyway, from all the different images and stills I've seen of it. What else do we have here? So there's a Runaway TV show coming up on Hulu. Runaways is it's because of the Marvel band of heroes, which would be cool to see. Looks like a lot of TV shows are popping up everywhere. We also have, they may be doing a Squirrel Girl and what again? Hold up 1 second.
Squirrel Girl.
And the New Warriors, yes.
Yeah.
They're looking to spearhead that. So we'll see how that pans out. But like I said, there's lots of TV shows coming up that are comic book related. So that is really nice to see that the comic books have taken over on a large scale. So that's good. And then any other news here? There's some Game of Thrones news. The actor Jim Broadbent has joined Game of Thrones season 7 as a significant character. And let me see, what was he on?
He was in Harry Potter.
Yes. I didn't watch a lot.
I think it was The Prisoner of Azkaban. He was one of the goofy teachers.
Yeah, that's him right there. So he was in Harry Potter, but he's a good actor. He's a very good British actor. So, and again, Game of Thrones, man, if you don't come with your A game on that show, man, forget it. I mean, that's pretty much it.
But I watched a video last night on who he might play, and he could either play a maester that helps Sam, or he could play another maester that's heavy in magic and stuff of that nature, and go help Daenerys.
Okay.
So
yeah, and sorry, go ahead.
The picture that they kind of referenced him by, he kind of looked like the character who they were talking about that might go help Daenerys.
I mean, it could be. It will bring some balance to the fact that you have all these different characters, so you might need that in there. And moving on, Stranger Things has been booked for season 2. They added new female cast members. I know Lou, we were talking earlier. Lou said he started the show. He says it's an okay show. Okay show.
It is. I'm sorry. Look, man, 11's kind of cool.
11 is cool. It's not kind of.
I'm sorry. When I first saw the child, I thought she was a boy.
Yeah, that's the whole idea.
And then I dislike Nancy. She's just annoying.
Oh, the sister?
Yeah, she was just getting on my nerves.
Have you finished it yet?
No, I'm halfway through episode 5.
Exactly. Nancy, don't worry. Nancy gets redemption. That's why I like the show. Everybody goes through an arc.
And oh god, the one kid I can't stand is that boy Steve.
Who's Steve again?
Nancy's boyfriend.
Oh yes, Steve. I mean, come on.
My god, he plays the typical 80s douchebag.
But that's what it's supposed to be. He's playing that 80s. See, the part of the show I liked especially is the kids. Starting from the kids. The kids, Winona Ryder and the sheriff, to me, and also the scientist dad.
Oh no, I don't like the scientist dad. He just had the evil, creepy look.
Exactly. That's why I love him, because how many words does he say in that show? You can count.
So far, not many.
Yeah, he said literally maybe.
I think the most lines he had was in episode 4 when he was talking to the guy through the comm when he was inside the whatever that thing is on the wall.
Yeah,
but and then I'm gonna get a little bit of hate, but that little black kid's annoying as crap.
No, I love why I love him though, because he doesn't play the stereotypical 80s black kid. See, that's why if you watch the show and you look at it properly, he's the one that goes, this doesn't make sense because it's not logical. In the 80s, the black kid is like, yeah, let's do it. Okay. And then, like he was a token. In this one, he was like the other voice of reason.
Dude, what kind of friends you had in the 80s? Because my black friends didn't act like that.
No, but he was. Seriously, all I had was black friends growing up. I lived in Nigeria.
My black friends didn't act like, oh, let's go do that. No.
But he was not the one who said, let's go do it. He was the one like, let's report it to the police. Let's tell our parents. While the other kids were like, no, let's save him. This is demagogue. And he's like, really? Can you go up against a demagogue? Like he was bringing logic. That's why I liked him, because somebody had to at least see. To me was this. The reason why I liked it is all the kids, right? The Will was already captured and lost already. So Will's out the picture, right?
God knows where Will is, poor kid.
Will's out the picture. But you have who are the other 2 kids' names? Can you guys help me out? All the
one
names.
Is called Mike.
I've forgotten the names. But you have the black kid, you've got Toothless, and then you've got the other Mike. You've got Mike, right? So Mike, of course, really likes 11. So he's like, let's just do anything, right? And then the black kid is like, I'm suspicious of this girl joining our group, trying to mess up the flow of the bros right here. So we need to check it. You know, I mean, to me, it's really logical. He's like, woman, where you come from? Where you come from? This is the bro line right here. And then Toothless is like, I think we can balance this out, guys. Let's find a little middle ground.
Toothless is funny.
He is funny.
Like I said, it's an okay show. Maybe my tune will change once I finish it all. But as of right now, I'm enjoying it. Okay. I will say that.
Okay, sure. But you gotta love Winona Ryder's behavior as a mom, man. She was losing her mind. She was losing it.
I get it because I'm a parent, but Jesus Christ, is she taking a little overboard?
Because she's a bad parent from the very beginning. That's the problem. That's like I had this discussion with someone else. It's like, oh, she's doing that. It's like, no. If you really look at the character from where she was not a very good parent. Remember, her son was doing all the managing for her, the older son. So yeah, she wasn't doing much as a parent, and she was already on shaky ground.
Yeah, she really wasn't. He did a lot of the.
Yeah, so the fact that her son is lost for her now, it's like I've just kind of lost everything. So that's why
Brothers breakfast note is one beat, bro. Scrambled eggs and toast. Scrambled eggs and toast.
Exactly, right? So like I said, that's why I like the show. Like there are a lot of things in there.
Oh God, I have to say, growing up in the '80s. God damn, we were bad dressers.
Of course. Yo, you gotta love the show. It's so accurate to the time period in terms of like outfit, like attire, things to do, and all that. You're like, this is on point. So your
music, I like the music.
The music is great. Nice. You're on episode 4, right?
Episode 5. I have to say that.
Did you see
at the telephones brought back memories?
Did you get to the Rambo moment?
No, not yet.
Okay. All right, never mind then. Don't worry. I won't spoil it for you. Sorry, I almost did. I was like, I wasn't sure where you were. So I was like, okay, I'm not even sure what episode it is. Your episode. Oh, how many episodes is the show? 12, right?
No, I think it was only 8.
8? Oh, you still got a long way to go. Never mind then. Sorry, I was thinking of.
No, look, see, my plan is I'm gonna finish.
I was just remember the Get Down is 6 episodes. I was thinking this was 6 also, so I was just like,
no, this one's 8.
Yeah,
I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna start my binge on Narcos season 2.
Season 2 Narcos. I'm gonna start in season 1. My cousin's like, you need to watch it. It's just that like I said, I finished Stranger Things. I did the Get Down. The Get Down was like, it was like, how like I always complain about music and say, music today is terrible. And then I'm listening to this, I'm like, Jesus, where have you been?
Well, that's what's going to be the problem for me. I didn't care for New York hip hop when I grew up. I didn't care for it. And I lived in Jersey up until.
That's probably why. No wonder.
I was 13, I believe it was, when I moved down to Florida. And I just never cared for none of that New York crap back in the day.
No, this is before your day.
I know it's before my day, but I'm not going to really enjoy that music because I didn't care for Sugar Hill Gang.
No. You got
Grandmaster Flash and all that.
No, you got to listen to it. That's the thing. It's different. This is about listening, not about like, okay, the beats are nice. The beats are really good. You're on point. To me, it's like listening because what I liked about it is when you're watching the show, you go, this kid is like 17. Whoever wrote the rhymes for him in the show, because he's more like he's rhyming about it's like, good old, like even 90s rap, just rhyming about your situation, your life, where you've been, not, the rubbish that people are just, mumbling nowadays left and right. So for me, it was just hearing that music. Yeah, hearing that back again and hearing the fact that, it's like this 2 stories. One girl who's like, I'm going to be a disco singer. And because disco was big, right? It's the 70s. Disco was huge. And then he's like, he can spit rhymes. And everybody's like, what is that crap? Like, come on. Like, do you want to do what? Please go away.
It's on the list to check out.
Yeah, you better watch it. That's all I got to tell you. But anyway.
I finally started Stranger Things. Be happy.
Yeah, whatever. So yeah, that is I think that's pretty much it on our news segment for the week. Not much this week in terms of major. There's also the Thor Ragnarok little video. that came out.
I love that video.
I liked it. I didn't like it a lot. I watched it the first time. I'd laughing. Second time I was like, you know what? I enjoyed the video. Don't get me wrong. I think it's just me that when I watched it the second time, my brain just went like, Thor, you could have flown to New York, man. Really in that.
No, it's not even that. It contradicts the ending of Age of Ultron.
Yeah, exactly. I know it does. It does.
Because he went back to Asgard, and now he's supposedly back in Australia, chilling out with some kid named Danny.
Daryl.
Oh, Daryl, whatever the hell.
So to me, it was funny, except there are certain things like, when you dropped menu, whatever it is called, on the floor, and he was trying to vacuum. To me, that wasn't funny. You know why? Because after seeing all those little memes where Thor drops it on the toilet seat and Spider-Man's trying to go to the toilet, to me that's just funnier, completely. So I was like,
that's funnier. But
to me, I was like, I wish they actually just copied that and did that and just said, like, Daryl's like, living with Thor is not bad. He's vacuuming, and he like drops it, walks to the bathroom. He's like, because he can't use the bathroom, and that's it.
No, he also had a bed for the hammer with a blanket and pillow.
Yeah, I mean, that was cool. I mean, to me, it was like, the funny parts was when he mentioned, is Fury really his name? Do we even know? The guy in the purple chair doesn't like to stand up. Does not like to stand up. Like, that was funny. That was cool.
Or when he's telling Bruce Banner, tell Tony to send a Raven. Send a Raven.
I don't have a telephone. And then send him an email. Captain America, remember the time you killed people and I didn't tell anyone? I was like...
But what's funny about that is I just watched Civil War again, and dude, Captain America was killing folks left and right.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, I've said this a long time. I said Captain America kills people, and you people are complaining. I said this is the difference between Marvel and DC. People know DC characters way much more, so they expect. There's the expectation that's been built in from movies that says Batman doesn't kill, Superman doesn't kill. Everybody gets super angry about it and like, oh, should not. I mean, come on. Captain America, from the very beginning, when they landed and he killed those soldiers as they were trying to go in, those guys died.
Seriously, that's why I was like, dude, really? He doesn't kill. What they don't realize is his force punching a regular person is breaking some necks.
Yeah, of course, breaking necks, man. I mean, you're gone.
Kicking, when he kicked homie into the car, back broke. Let's be real.
Yeah. So I mean, it was
and even Falcon, when he shot the two dudes on the roof.
That was machine gun fire.
So he didn't shoot them like in the shoulder for them to fall. No, he shot to kill.
But it's the military. Captain America's military. Oh, speaking of Captain America, he's no longer Steve Rogers. I'm sorry, no, he's Steve Rogers. He's no longer Captain America. He's just Steve Rogers moving forward, because it makes sense after Civil War, he will be stripped of title because, of course, he went rogue, pretty much.
But it makes sense.
Yeah, so, we'll see. I'm sure they'll probably get somebody else as the character for the meantime, or just not. Who knows? We'll see what happens in there.
They don't need to bring a Captain America, because look, the Captain Americas in the comics was Bucky and then Falcon, and they're both on the lam.
No. And what's his name? The boyfriend from Jessica Jones, crazy one that was trying to bust the door of Jessica Jones's friend. He is. Yeah, remember, because the drugs that were given him were based off the super soldier serum. That's where it's based off, actually. Remember, he was getting like stronger and also low nuts. He becomes America. Somebody please help me out with the name of the character. I've forgotten the name.
Mr. USA, something like that.
Yeah, he paints the US flag across his face, or tattoos, or whatever the case may be. So, yeah. So that could be the case. Yeah, Cap can lift 5 tons. So yeah, Spider-Man can lift more than him. I think Spider-Man is 8 or 10.
10 or 20.
10 to 20 tons. Spider-Man.
Yeah, because remember in the Civil War clip where he stops the car, that was like 30 tons of a car that he stopped.
No, it was a bus. The bus is it was a bus that he stopped, but yeah.
No.
He stopped the car. The car's not 30 tons. That car was like maybe 5 tons, man. The cars are not.
That car was more than that.
No. You know what? Keep talking. I'll find a weight of a Honda Accord. Let's call it that, right?
Was it a Honda?
I'm speaking of.
I know it was a hatchback.
Generic car. Honda Accord is 3,600 pounds. And how much is that in tons?
You don't know the breakdown for that in tons. But still, Captain America punching somebody, they out.
1.8 tons.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I told you. Cars are not that heavy in ton weight. I don't know what it is. It's heavy. It's really heavy, though. It's really
heavy for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Cars are like 3 to 5 tons. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, well, let's be real. When he caught the thing in the airport.
Yeah, that was heavy. That's heavy.
That was heavy.
Yeah, that's why I say, that's why they always say Spider-Man is the only street hero that can cross both boundaries between street and then, galactic, that kind of thing. But you know how much Superman can handle?
Who cares? Superman.
1.6 quadrillion tons, which is more than
that don't even count, dude. That don't count. He can lift a planet.
The one from All-Star Superman, you're watching it, and Superman's like using in one hand to hold this machine. He's like, wow, this is past your record. He's like, oh, I just broke a sweat. Well, I really wasn't trying that hard. I was like,
just watching that scene again, that airport battle is hilarious as hell.
Yeah, it is hilarious. The airport battle is hilarious. Like, for me, it does one thing, it doesn't do the other. It's very entertaining and funny, but as you know me, as power level guy, that was garbage.
The shocking thing about that whole scene was it's all CGI.
Yeah, it's all CGI.
Down to all the characters being all CGI'd in that particular scene.
Yeah, they told them it took them about three months to film it. I
have to say that technology's come a very long way.
That was in terms of action sequence. In terms of action sequence, that was the best action sequence of this year. In terms of fight scene, it was Batman against the thugs, which means I cannot wait to see. This is what Ben Affleck should do. He should just say, Snyder, when I'm shooting Deathstroke versus me, just come and shoot it. Just shoot that scene. I will do the rest of the movie. I can concentrate on that, and then me, you, and the choreographers will work on that scene, and it will be on point because that scene was dope. I can see if it's anything, if they even get like half of what they did in the animated fight between Deathstroke and Batman in Arkham, it's great. That's golden. That'll be over right there. Yeah. Spidey could have taken out almost everyone except Iron Man, War Machine, Vision, and Scarlet Witch. That's it. And Ant-Man will give him trouble if he goes big or goes really tiny. One of the two.
Ant-Man is funny.
Yeah, Ant-Man is in one way. Is like, can he catch him or can he stop him when he's bigger? So, but everybody else is like, and Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier, of course, will. Actually, no, Winter Soldier and Cap together will hold their own against Spider-Man. Yeah.
Dude, I still laugh at when he caught his fist. Dude, you got a metal arm. That's so cool.
Yeah, Spider's on point.
Dude, this version of Spider-Man is awesome.
Oh yeah,
I have to say.
Yeah,
I like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
I hated it.
Garfield was okay.
I hated Tobey Maguire
Spider-Man. Right now, he's the man.
Tobey Maguire Spider-Man was trash.
Well, that's your opinion.
No, it was trash, man. Dude had no humor whatsoever, man. None. I was just like, go away.
Well, like, maybe the script called for no humor. Well, he didn't have humor when he was walking down the street like he was John Travolta.
You know what? Forget that. Let's never go back. Bad memories. I'll just keep watching that scene with Spidey. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Definitely check out our giveaway. It's on the channel right now. It's basically the video before this, and you can check out, win a bunch of anime. It's an anime unboxing video. So check it out. Win some cool anime, watch some stuff. And also don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe to the channel, keep watching, share with your friends, other people who watch Bored at Work. We are now on here strictly for entertainment, and definitely agree. No, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man was not that good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's all right, Mike. Me and you, we both agree. He was all right.
All right. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. Like, share, subscribe, and always enjoy your entertainment.